to London Classic Car Show, and we're going to have a little brief opening ceremony of James's show within the show, as such. I'm going to ask a couple of questions and then hand it over to you for a couple of questions. But James, when posed with the question of coming up with 13 of the most influential cars that have shaped the world, you must have pondered upon it in various different places, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, or whatever. So where did you come up with most of your answers?
Well, I suppose it's something I've been thinking about on and off for a good 25 years or so. In the background of my head, I've been wondering what are the most significant cars of all time and how we should narrow it down. But I suppose ultimately, when it came to the crunch of making a decision, about 8 of them came from the pub, 4 while I was on the bog and 1 while I was asleep, something like that. Where all the best decisions are made.
And obviously you've got to sit there contemplating, ask a few people, you finally come up with your list of 13, but there must have been some narrow misses. So are there any that, who were the cars, or which were the cars that didn't quite make the cut?
I think one that I dearly wanted to put was the Citroën DS, because I think it's significant because it's the most advanced a car has ever been within its own time, I think. And it had a lot of features on it, like swiveling headlights and adjustable suspension and so on, the semi-automatic gearbox, all things that we're still raving about now and imagining are quite modern, but that was 1955. Somebody said I should have put the Austin 7 in. Somebody else said I should have put the Cortina Mark 1. I mean, everybody's got an opinion on this, which is why this is an interesting exercise. Many of these cars are the ones you'd expect to find there. The other ones, I hope, will rekindle the great debate about the most important cars of all time. That's the point of this. It's history, which can become rather staid and dusty unless you revise it or attempt to revise it and reinvigorate it a bit. And then, if 10% of the people who see this go to the pub and continue the argument, then I think that's the job done.
I guess you wake up on Monday and go, right, I'm going to make a new list.
Yeah, I mean, some people might just want to come and kick my head in.
No, because they're all going to agree with you as soon as they go through. Has anyone got a question for James, quickly, from the audience, if you want to? If not, if you're feeling shy, I've got one last one. Oh, here we go.
Cars. Is it over a 6-month period? Is it over a 10-year period?
Well, I suppose it is a 30-year period, consider the time that I've been sort of reading about it and thinking about it. In terms of coming up with the final list, I suppose I did a first draft which had about 30 cars in it, and then I narrowed it down to about 20, and then I went to the pub, and by the time I came home there were 30. Yeah, so that process took 2 days. So,
anyone else would like to ask James a question? Gentlemen.
Did you get out of Argentina?
It's not entirely relevant to this exhibition, but I came home on an aeroplane. It's quite a long way.
Now, I know that the final 30th car, James, and obviously, do you think it's going to spark fury, controversy?
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought anybody's going to regard it as controversial in the true sense. It's not an obvious choice. People have been trying to guess what it is on Twitter, and so far I haven't seen anybody get it right, or even remotely close, actually. A lot of people will disagree with me, I'm sure, but that's the point of this. As I said, this is the starting point, not to conclude one. So, I mean, let me know by all means on Twitter, to my face, pinned against the wall in the car park in the dark. I don't know. I'm interested to hear your views. It's my personal choice. A lot of the cars in here, they're very rational. I could go on Radio 4 and argue the case to them quite convincingly, I think. The 13th car, there's quite a bit of me in it, so I understand if you think I'm becoming raving loony or I've got it completely wrong, but you can let me know.
When you say quite a bit of me, is it all that bored in the...
No, I haven't left a deposit on it, as the old gentleman knows, but what I mean is it's quite a personal, slightly emotive choice, which is a very poor way to approach the subject of history and technology. Nevertheless, it's impossible to divorce yourself from that when you're talking about something like cars.
Excellent, ladies and gentlemen, there's lots to debate in there. And thank you, James, for putting the collection together. Let's have we're going to a bit of a cut of the ribbon. And then, ladies and gentlemen, James is actually just going to walk through the media first on a whistle-stop tour, and then we'll let you in.
As quick as you can, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Please.
Shall we do a quick ceremonial countdown from 5? And I need everyone ready. Ready, I think that's working a bit better. Here we go. They are blunter scissors than before. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Open.
Thank you, James.
Right, we'll walk through as fast as we can. Other people will just walk through quickly. Not yet.